y'all ready? I don't think y'all ready.
So why you never be single again? They hate the rice, we rich but cakes, and you just serve ice. Yikes. Big tipper, big tipper, king spiller, big king tipper, king killer, king Godzilla.
What's up, y'all? So today I'm going to be filming a junior year recap. So today, May 5th, was my last final. That means I am a senior. I'm officially a senior. I just finished my junior year at Tuskegee. I feel like it's so like crazy because my college experience is going so fast, and now I'm a senior, and it's just like, where did the time go? But basically today I'm gonna be telling y'all all about my junior year, all the things that happened, crazy, good, bad, all that. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off this video by going into kind of like right before I got to campus, the things that happened first, and then I'm gonna get into things that happened like once I actually started school. So first, on August 13th, I got my baby, my car. Throughout this video, it's gonna be like a lot of little like pictures, videos, just kind of showing y'all things, like whether it was snaps or Instagram videos, whatever. I'm just be like showing y'all stuff basically. So I got my car, Sapphire. She's blue, Hyundai Sonata. I love her. I had to get a car this year during my junior year. I know a lot of people get cars, like have had cars, but see, I did not. So I got my car my junior year of college. So August, I haven't even had her for a whole year. But y'all, through this video, y'all gonna see the troubles I went through. But I got her in August, and basically I had to get a car because I moved off campus. So on August 16th was the day that I moved into Sanford Square. So I moved off campus, y'all. Let me tell y'all the good, the bad, the ugly. So I moved off campus to save money, but to also just be in a better place, because I was gonna be mad, like livid. I was gonna be livid if I moved into another dorm. Like I could not do that again. And also the apartments on campus, I just was not feeling. I was originally supposed to move in with Sydney, but things didn't really work out with that. A lot happened. The place we were supposed to move into basically was not gonna have an apartment available for us. So I had to find another place to live, and then Sydney stayed on campus. So yeah, I had a great roommate my first semester living in Sanford Square, and then obviously this semester, you wouldn't know because yeah, but we still keep in touch and all that. But yeah, I love my apartment complex. I'm actually going to be moving back there next semester. I mean, I love it, but I don't love it. Like, I love it, but I saw this tweet and it was like, you know how you want a luxury apartment with hood prices? That's me. I feel like it's in between like hood and luxury, and I'm just really a more bougie girl, as some may say. You're bougie, I guess. If that's what y'all want to say, I'm bougie. Oh well. It's about 20 minutes from campus. Not terrible, for real. I don't know, I be pushing it. I really do. But it's really not that bad. I'm always on, no, I lied. I'm not always on time for classes, but for the most part, your girl is on time for her classes. So don't come for me, period. But yeah, like, I liked it. I'm not even gonna cap to y'all, I liked it. Living off campus was a step for growth, I feel like. It was something that I really had to get used to, because obviously I stayed on campus for 2 years, and my freshman year it was fine, but my sophomore year I hated the dorm I was in. It just wasn't giving what it needed to give at all. My boyfriend just texted me. That's funny, he's gonna be watching this like, girl, don't Don't be saying that. Y'all. So yeah, living off campus was definitely a money saver, but also like not really, because obviously I saved money in a sense that I wasn't spending as much on living costs, because I feel like on campus you're spending double the amount, but at the same time I still had to pay for groceries because now your girl is a chef, gas, and just other like miscellaneous things, because now I have a car. So you know, if something goes wrong with my car, then I gotta pay for it. So of course I had to go through all of those little things. And just growing up, like for real, living off campus, it really boosts your independence. And having a car, I feel like a little bit shortly after, I think I moved in August 16th, so a little bit, I think it was like August 18th or the 20th, one of the two classes started. So in the fall, I want to say I took 18 credits. So I took philosophy of science, but I ended up dropping it and taking it this semester. I took molecular biology and the lab. I took genetics. I took golf because I need another PE. I really don't know what else I took. That might have been all I took. Oh, and I took physics 2 and physics 2 lab. I think I ended the semester with like a 3.5 or so. Can't really remember, but it was a struggle. That's all I know. I have another 8 a.m. next semester. Ooh, child. But yeah, semester was straight for the most part. So then September 4th, because I'm like, okay, now I have a little bit more independence. I'm not, you know, depending on my parents as much. I'm not really depending on my parents as much. So I decided, all right, girl, let's get you a little job, you know, a little part-time job, nothing major. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Nothing major, right? But I'm in another state now, in sweet home Southern Alabama. So I'm like, you know, let's dibble and dabble. Let's apply to a few jobs. So September 4th comes around, I'm applying to jobs. I applied to a bunch of jobs. I got like all the jobs, but like a lot of them weren't very flexible with my school schedule. None of them are really like trying to let me be like, girl. None of them are basically trying to like be flexible with me. Like they knew I had 18 credits and they were still trying to put me on at like 30 to 40 hours a week. Like that's a full-time job. No ma'am, I don't want that. So I get to Jimmy Nick's. I applied to be a host, and I went in for an interview. Interview was super easy. I was confused when I went to interview because I'm used to going to interviews dressed up and business attire to get a job, you know. Got my little flats on or my heels, you know, a little suit, a nice shirt, or whatever the case is, but I'm dressed to get the job. But no, honey, this was way different. By the way, Jimmy Nick's is a barbecue like place, but people wait like 20 to 30 minutes just to get a fresh burger because everything is homemade, it's freshly made. So you order, like nothing is just sitting out. It's all freshly made. So it's bomb. I don't judge because I still go through that drive-thru on a daily. But y'all, tell me why I get there to interview for the host position in a nice, I'm looking appropriate for what I'm supposed to be doing. I see multiple, I'm gonna just say Caucasian women in big t-shirts, shorts, but you can't see their shorts because their shirt is like passing their shorts. And I'm just like, I gotta get this job, like I have it in the bag. But these girls were getting the job too, so I'm like, oh, okay. Obviously I'm in Alabama, so things are a little bit different, you feel me? Mind you, I'm going in there with the mindset that I'm about to be a host. And I know hosts don't get paid a lot, but I'm like, come on. I'm gonna get tips, like nice tips. And it's so many people that go on there. Like that place is always crowded. And I just knew like I would get paid really based off my tips, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Sit down with the manager. Interview went well. It was super simple. I was basically just telling him like about myself. There was really nothing about the job in particular. But what stood out to me was the fact that he asked me what classes I was taking and how many credit hours I had. And he was like, okay, well, this is a part-time job, so you should be fine. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Then he tells me, all right, you're hired on the spot. Duh. So I'm hired on the spot, but then the next day they're like, okay, come in for your training or whatever, your orientation. Again, being the person that I am, I was dressed in like, I think this time I was dressed in like business casual, right? So I had pants on, I still had like flats on, but they're more like casual flats, and a nice little button-up shirt. And they were like, are you ready to work? And I said, am I ready to work? Like right now? And I was like, I don't even have a uniform. Like I didn't go through orientation training, nothing. Well, if you want me to change, if you have a uniform, like I will go do that. Cool. So they're like, oh, never mind. You know, you can just come back tomorrow and make sure that you wear work shoes, and we'll give you a t-shirt and a hat. And I'm like, a t-shirt and a hat? That's not what the hosts wear. So I go to the little manager office and I'm like, so am I a host or am I working on drive-thru? So I'm like, oh, I can't do this. This is not for me. Like, this is really not for me. All right, let's see how this goes. So the next day I get there, so yeah, but well, back up. He's like, no, we're gonna have you work on drive-thru because honestly, we have enough hosts. And I'm like, well, that's not the job I interviewed for. So he's like, well, drive-thru is really chill. And then that's when I saw one of the girls that go to my school, works there. She's like, drive-thru's chill, girl. You get paid more than the host anyway. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see. Next day rolls around, I start working or whatever. So they gave me like a 5-hour shift. This was like my orientation shift or whatever. So I'm like, okay, maybe this won't be too bad. Let's try it out. Y'all messing people's orders up the left and right. Their menu is so complicated. It's so complicated. I never wanted, no. So I think the pay was like $10 an hour or whatever. Cool. And a few days later, they gave me a schedule for my job. So I'm like, okay, cool. But like, who's finna be working that much? Like, not me. I look at the schedule for the next 5 days straight. I'm talking about Monday through Friday, because orientation was on a Sunday. Monday through Friday, sweetie. Guess how many hours I had total? Guess. $42 in 5 days, right? So they had me scheduled, I don't even remember like what the exact timings were, but I think I told them I got out of class at like 3. They had me scheduled at 4 to 11, which was closing. Mind y'all, I still have schoolwork. I would have to go home, get changed, freshen up. And when would I have time to do schoolwork, right? So I tested out, for one day. I'm like, okay, let's see. And I got there at 4. I didn't leave until 1 a.m. That's 9 hours. And I did that for 3 days straight. And I quit because I was so drained. I couldn't do that. So that was that story. I'm not even going to go into any further depth. But basically the manager got mad at me and told me that I'm just like every other student there, when literally every other student only had 10 credit hours and their majors were super easy. I'm not even going to tell you what they were because they were just easy to me. Yeah, their majors were super easy. So I was just like, I know you're not sitting here comparing me. And then he was like, well, if you quit, it's going to look bad on your record. I'm not even putting you on my resume. Why would I? Like, no. Like, what? And who gonna tell them? You? Bye. So that was that. Around September 7th, I'm gonna skip to September 7th, was Labor Day Classic. So that's Tuskegee versus Alabama State. So we ended up losing, whatever. It's cool because we're gonna win in September. So that's all that matters, period. We just didn't have our quarterback like that. So yeah. Anyway, it was a fun time though. I went with Sydney. Again, had my car, didn't have to rely on nobody. It was bomb. But yeah, I went with Sydney. So Sydney came with me and we had a great time. And that's just that with that. After that, I kind of just took like a breather. School was going well. I spent a lot of time with my friends, and then my boyfriend would come over sometimes because I have an apartment. It's like, you know, it's great. But yeah, he would come over sometimes and we just, you know, spend quality time together. That's my love language, period. That was basically it for that month. So then we're gonna fast forward into October. This is when stuff start getting fun. Okay, like fun. So October 25th, my job, I didn't have a job like for that whole rest of the month after I quit at Jimmy Nick's. So then I got hired at Plato's Closet. Okay, easy job, but the pay was too low. It was minimum wage for Alabama. Y'all can look that up. I'm not even gonna say, I'm embarrassed, but no ma'am, the lowest I've ever been paid in my life. It was not cool at all. So I was just like, yeah. So I worked there for 3 months, I think, which is a really good time, right? So yeah, worked there. It was pretty cool. I met some cool girls. I was 1 out of 3 black girls to work there, and 2 of the black girls that were working there, 1 got fired and 1 quit. So I was the last one. It was pretty sad. Yeah, I ended up having to quit though because I thought I was going to have another commitment. So that's why I quit, and it didn't even end up happening. So yeah, because of Rona. And also they were a little racist, but I'm not going to go into detail because that's too much tea and I don't know who's watching these videos. So I'm going to just, yeah.